Listen, well, ladies, gentlemen, thank you. I know it's beer time, so anybody wishes to vote for me, the beers will be on XConnect later on tonight, but don't let that sway anything you've done. So this isn't going to be an AI presentation. My background, as some of you heard earlier, is all about network APIs. Myself and my team, earlier on in the year, we started to talk about mobile operators, we started to talk about use cases, and we said, actually, a lot of the stuff we talk about today is all within a country. Very rarely is it cross-border. So what we did, we put our heads together and said, actually, how can we make this a global phenomenon, right? We want to bring the globe, we want to bring people together by using these APIs. So we come up with the world's first real, true global marathon. We want to make people in this world a lot fitter. We want them to be able to use technology. And some of you now know you wear Fitbits, you wear Apple Watches, and so on and so forth. This is kind of taking that to the next level in our world and in our view. I'm conscious of time, and I've got a lot of slides to go through, so apologies. Again, it's about connecting people in different places around the world, sharing data, using the APIs, ensuring that they're safe, ensuring that basically the information is getting back to them. And what we've done is use 12 APIs from the GSMA gateway. And what we're hoping that's going to do is be unique, bold, profitable, right? So funny enough, when we presented this first time round, we had a major sports brand actually come to us and ask, is this something that's commercial? It's not, right? For us, this was shits and giggles, right? It's not what we do. It was just a bit of fun. But it is built on 12 open gateway GSMA APIs, as I say. The first one that we've used is number verification. So that's the seamless authentication coming into an app. And the app is a real thing, by the way. It's not just a screen, and I'm happy to share it with you all afterwards. But again, we've heard how this works. So coming into the app, enter your phone number, absolutely seamless. Okay, no pesky kind of people trying to steal OTPs and things like that. So again, we tried to use this to make getting into the app very, very simple. The other thing we wanted to do was use the device location. So if you think, I'm here in Amsterdam at the moment, I've maybe got a colleague in London, they're one of my marathon buddies, okay, they can see where I am, I can see where they are, no cheating allowed, right? It was basically everything is transparent between all of us. You can also share that between each other. So if your marathon's 1, 2, 100, 1,000 people, it really, really doesn't matter. It's a total open app for people to use. The other thing I've noticed since being here in Amsterdam, occasionally when you go over a bridge, there's a little, you can't cross here. There's like a sign down the road, roadblocks and so on and so forth. Again, using geofencing in the app and on the APIs, we can pick up that data in real time. So if you are running, it will give you an alert, actually don't turn left, it will re-trigger then your marathon route for you. So again, very intuitive the way that this has been designed. The other API, quality on demand, and we spoke about that a few times over the last couple of days. So marathons, when they are running, there's sometimes tens of thousands of people in different areas. Again, to make sure this app is working for the runners, we've decided to pull in the quality of demand API at that particular point in time. So the runners, again, can keep everything up to date, the data's being shared in the right way, and no interruptions in anything that you're doing. This one, KYC, why did we enter this? We want to make sure that actually, you know, you're not Usain Bolt and you're trying to pretend to be somebody else. You are who you say you are. And again, it's based back on the mobile data. This isn't pulling data in from anywhere else. All API-driven, operator-driven, quality informative data. We know the phone's in your hand. We know you're the registered user, and therefore we can confirm that you're the registered user. This one, roaming, it's quite interesting. Here we are, I think 13, 14 different countries we're from. We wanted to use this one in the app as well to ensure, again, you are where you say you are, you're not trying to spoof anything, no kind of using VPNs or anything like that. So again, we pull back the real-time data to make sure that you are roaming in Spain at the moment, or you are roaming, in this case, in Amsterdam. one-time passwords. Why did we put this in, right? And it's interesting because we talk about security, we talk about seamless authentication. You always need a fallback mechanism. One way or another, there has to be a fallback, right? So if you're letting a customer log in and the seamless authenticator doesn't work, you need something for that individual to fall back on. So that's why, again, this OTP was built basically as part of the app. Traffic influence, we put this in basically so that we could see in high traffic areas. So, and this was really down to crowd control. So people that are running the event, if there's a lot of big kind of crowds in certain parts of the course, you can inform police, you can inform emergency services and so on and so forth to keep control of all of the crowd. There's a lot of these APIs we're using. I won't go through all of them, but hopefully you're getting the gist, right, that we've tried to use as many different APIs in one single app, but it works across the globe. Okay, that was the whole concept behind all of this. There's carrier billing in there as well, because we was hoping to make it more commercial and sell some stuff, and obviously the mobile operators earn a little bit of money along the way. SIM swap is in there, number verified, lots and lots of different things. But what we're trying to show here is when we talk about these APIs, it's not one single API that makes the difference. When you start to layer them, that's where the real value comes. As I say, this isn't what we do for a living. We don't build sports apps or anything like that. It was merely a showcase, just a bit of fun. But hopefully for you, the audience, you can start to see the power of these APIs when they're put in these types of things. To give you an idea, Strava, they've got, 150 million users now. Anybody that uses a Strava app, their revenue is about $230, $240 million. So who knows, this might be even my next business venture. So as it says there, let's run the world together, and I've got a couple of minutes for questions.
All right. Amy, would you like to kick us off?
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with the message that there is a lot of value in bringing multiple APIs together. But fundamentally, I think we are trying to understand how we use this to make money. So I want to know, this might be your next venture. Like, tell me who you're going to sell it to, and why they're going to buy it.
So look, totally valid question, right? When you look there, and that's why I used the Strava thing as an example, right? When you start to go out to the masses, there's a subscription-based model you can put in there. There's the carrier billing, so you can start bringing in things like clothing and apparel. If Strava are earning a couple of $100 million, I wouldn't mind that being my next business, right? So it's there to bring just not one community together; it's the global community.
Okay. So this is like you can sell this to Strava. Or
100%, or to Nike, or
okay, but maybe not as the M&O, more as a CPaaS player. You sell this to Strava.
Maybe even as the M&O. Why not? Here's a tough one coming.
Really
I can see on his face.
It's a really stupid question, right? How can you run a global marathon? Because everyone's got different hills and different routes and different temperatures and.
Here's the key, right? In the word marathon, they're all the same distance.
Yeah, but the New York Marathon is different from the London Marathon, is different from the Sahara Marathon,
100%, but they're still marathons, right? It's still the challenge of a global marathon where if you can't be together face-to-face, but you want to run a marathon with a friend, you kick off, and then you continue the course together.
I see, so it's not a race, it's a social
It's like telco APIs, right? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You just...
Yeah. So, look, I think it kind of builds on this last point. So, target customer for this. Who's gonna make the real money, and how are you going to get this in the hands of people to make the real money?
So, look, I think the fact that it's based upon the telco APIs, the ultimate winner there will be the operators. The people that then take the app and then white label the app. There's obviously subscription bases and so on and so forth, right? So a subscription-based model, I should think, would work. Similar to the Strava model.
One last question. Why couldn't we see the app working? Because I think you could have mic dropped and ran off if we'd seen the app working.
This was the fallback mechanism, and thankfully we had one. We did try. And there was a lovely 9-minute video that was prepared and everything, but the audio and everything wasn't syncing, unfortunately. So
you couldn't mic drop.
Send us the video, though.
I will. Happy to send it to you. Happy to send it to you.
So what's the cost model on this? So if you've got 12 APIs in an app,
Yeah.
how does that stack up from a cost perspective?
So, very good question. Depends, obviously, how often you call each API. At the moment, the APIs are charged on a transactional basis. Something that, as a community, we're doing with the operators today is talking to them more about a license type model. So you'll pay an operator X, and then you can call that as many times as you wish. That's what we're trying to move the operators community towards.
So as a global marathon, would this been easiest to go to Aduna and have one relationship, or do you need to tie into each of the different networks?
Well, it's lovely because my colleague Andres from Aduna's there, and he was meant to be on stage with me holding the Aduna band. No, he wasn't really. But no, exactly that, right? That's where, again, the layers come that we touched upon in the panel earlier. It's an ecosystem, and that's what makes this work.
Okay. All right, so I think our votes are in.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
your time.